Hey everybody, Hollywood here with another episode of Underfunded. Today we're going to be getting on my car. Sorry for the no episodes here lately. I recently broke my tailbone and got a nasty cut on the back of my head. Today I was actually supposed to be getting in the car and going practicing with Butler and all them down at East Bay. They got the track, running it out for a couple hours. I sat in my car and I wasn't 100% yet. I could still feel it, and I know how rough East Bay is. So, but anyway, we got one more week to go, and we'll be down at Hendry County if it doesn't get rained out, and we're excited. So I've got to jump on this car, and we're gonna go back to our regular schedule, which I know is probably one video a week, but I'm gonna end up trying to do at least 2 or 3 a week, and then obviously the race on Saturday. So anyway, stay tuned. We're gonna get after it. Alrighty guys, so here's my car sit. We already got the hood off. I kind of got a jump start a little bit and forgot to turn the camera on. But as you see, we got another wing up here. It's the old style. I'm not a fan of the old style, but that's what we had. There's another new style wing out there that I'm thinking about buying. I just haven't made my mind up yet or not. But anyway, we're going to be pulling the intake off of this motor and resealing it and everything like that. Because I'm just tired of losing oil. I mean, it's not a ton, it just looks like a ton, like all this gets caked and everything like that. And I just don't like that. So we're gonna reseal it and everything like that and hopefully get this oil figured out, especially because after East Bay, or not East Bay, sorry, excuse me. After Hendry, that's right, Hendry. This weekend, our next race is volusia over there at that big half mile. So we definitely don't want to be losing that much oil and having a motor issue going into the new track we got on the schedule this weekend, which is Bubble Raceway Park. A lot of us drivers are really excited about that and can't wait because it's a home track to a lot of us, and it's been a few years since we've been on it. So anyway, we're gonna try to make sure our motor program's good to go and up to snuff so we don't blow a motor, because Lord knows we ain't got another one. Anyway, let's get to it. Alrighty, so as you can see, we're on jack stands, and the reason for that is because I'm gonna put that tray right there up underneath this and catch all this water, because we got to remove all these lines and everything like that. So there's my injection system and everything like that. That's all got to come off because we're going to be resealing this stuff. So anyway, stay tuned. Hope you enjoy, and hopefully you learn something. Maybe, you're worried about getting a fuel injection system because it's hard. It's actually easier than a carburetor, so it might force you into buying one. Who knows? Stay tuned. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is this line right here, we're going to take off and drain all the water out, because these hoses are hooked into the top of the injection and we don't want water getting in here and everything like that. So, and then on top of that, we got to undo this fuel filter line and everything like that. So it's a little bit of a project, just getting lines off and everything like that. But all in all, it's fairly simple and shouldn't take too long. But we can't get finished until we get started. So here we go. All right, so I made a little bit of mess, not too bad. Let that drain for a second, then we'll go to the lines. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get all these lines off of here. We're gonna start with the water lines, and then like I said, we'll go to the fuel lines. And then after that, we'll pick up back on the camera, and we'll probably end up taking the mag out next and unhooking the throttle linkage. Stay tuned. All right, so first snag. Mag's got to come out first before I can get that one off because it's at an angle and it's loosen it loosens against the mag. So the mag's got to come out before we get that line off. So we're gonna switch to that. Alrighty, so we're gonna get this mag out of here. I've already unbolted it or unnutted it, whatever you want to call it. Pulled all the spark plugs off, so we're just gonna pull this off. No need to time lapse it because it should crank right back up. Make sure we don't drop nothing down that hole or hit it on the way out. Set that right there. Down. Pull these wires out. I'll have to clean that up for Dad so he can put it back in his car. Then we'll finish up by taking this out right here. Sorry, my head's in the way. I'm trying to move. Okay, so that line's off. Rotate it around. And she's done. So there's that. The only thing left to do is the fuel line. Stay tuned. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this line off the fuel block right here. See if it don't give us any grief because it's all dirty. Should be a little fuel that pops out of there, but it shouldn't be nothing to worry about. I don't know if the lighting is the greatest, but you can see all the dirt and everything in here, and it's just, that's not acceptable. And I'm trying to run a cleaner racing program if I can. That drain down here if there is any. There's a few. There's that. I'll probably end up taking this off and just letting it hang. Still got to unhook the throttle linkage and everything like that, because this is a 3-piece injection system. So this is a piece, this is a piece, and then the center section is a piece. And what we're doing is, like I said, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there's holes that are already in this top. Well, my block ain't machined for it, but we're gonna machine it today. We're gonna tap and screw these holes, and because we're getting a lot of oil blow back here in the back, and I think that's mainly our problem. We're thinking it's the valve covers, but I'm pretty sure it's that back there, and it's just caking everything. So I want that to stop and everything like that. So anyway, on to the next project. We're gonna start by taking this off. Little homemade gadget I made in a pinch, save a penny. Works pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Take this, it's gonna drain a little bit more out. Also on this video, I don't know if we'll show it again or not, because I know you guys have seen it several times, but I might show it at least once. We got to blow out the fuel nozzles again. Make sure those are good. We're already here, we might as well do it. So, I'll send this up here. So hopefully it don't leak everywhere. And then we're gonna get to this. Probably easier just to take it off there. Get my flat head, wherever I set it, there it is. Take that off there. Thinking what would be easier. Probably to take that off there. But there, as you see, it don't take very long to get it down to nothing. Stay tuned. All right, so the last thing we got to do to separate these three sections, I've already got this off. I got the cross piece unhooked from the butterflies on that side. The last thing to do is unhook all these fuel lines because these go with the middle part. And I guessed wrong on that. I should have known better. 7/16, not 3/8. There's nothing to these things. Usually just break the torque on them and then they unscrew finger tight because they are brass fitting. So when you put it back on, you don't want to over torque them. Then we'll jump to the other side real quick. Got one over here put on just a hair too tight. There we go. And then voila, your three pieces unhooked. All right, so real quick, just because I know we got some new subscribers since I showed this last. Don't get excited about this. This is just valve covers, and I thought it'd be funny to put them on there. I got these valve covers pretty cheap, and they work for my motor. And again, with me being underfunded and everything like that, I thought people would get a kick out of it is all. But anyway, back to the build. Alrighty, so we have reached the crucial point of the build on this. Well, I call it a build, it's just a reseal. But if you've ever done a motor before, you know what I'm talking about. We're getting ready to take the top of the engine off and have the internals open, and that is 9 times out of 10 we're gonna drop a bolt or something. Clear down to the oil pan, and a 20-minute job is gonna turn into a 2 or 3 hour job. So we're gonna try to avoid that, but anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty, so all the bolts are unscrewed. They might not be all the way out, but there's a few of them. What was it, 2, 4, 6, so 12 bolts total throughout here. They're all out, and the next thing we do is pry that off, clean the silicone off. Stay tuned. All right, so these should pop loose. Okay, there's that. Again, this is very crucial, not to knock anything in. There's the left side, or right side, excuse me. Set this on the ground. Get all these bolts and washers and everything like that so I don't. Look on this side to make sure I got them all. Looks like I do. Pop that off. And then all that's left is that center section. There should be, and as you can see, there's the holes we need to drill. So we got it apart, and I'll show you the inside here in a second. Alrighty, so there's the inside of a motor if you ain't ever seen one. Just the top end, you got your lifters and everything like that, and your push rods. There ain't too much to them. It's just a valley, really. Nothing special. But we're gonna pull all this silicone stuff off, and then we're gonna replace these things back to how they go. I got new gaskets and everything like that. Gonna clean it up. We'll end up putting a rag across there. That way nothing falls in them and everything like that. And we'll end up putting it back together. Stay tuned. All right, so we hit a snag with this. The center section of our three-piece isn't lining up, to our knowledge, the way it needs to, that we're comfortable with drilling it. So I called Shane Butler over at Butler Speed and Supply, and he will be coming over Wednesday and showing us how it's done, I guess. And which, if you ever get into problems like this and you're not for sure, always give somebody that knows what they're doing a call. Anyway, they'll be over here again Wednesday, and then so that video will come out Thursday, and we'll finish this project up. I hope you all learned something. This video might be short and sweet and might not see the whole process today, but it will get finished, and I'll keep you guys updated. We're getting ready for Hendry County on Saturday. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy, and I hope we're fast.